Welcome to part 7 of Blur Vision. I about said goat and holler. I don't know why. But welcome to part 7 of Blur Vision Chatty Cathy Edition. And this is November 9th, 2023. Got my mind on that goat again. But listen, there is a seeable difference in goats and sheep. Yes, I know. I know that people can clean up on the outside and look like they are the Lord's. But what did Jesus tell them in the Word? If they couldn't believe on Him for whatever reason, but then to believe Him for the work's sake, right? Look at my works. If you don't believe that the cleanup job is real fine, come check my clothing. You'll not find a pair of jeans or nothing. Now, if I was really faking that, I'd still be wearing whatever I want to in the world. If I was faking the change, Jesus wouldn't be all that I talk about. You can't fake that, gentlemen. But y'all are a conundrum to me. I'm gonna say this. Some of y'all don't even talk about God to other people. And that just blows my mind. See, I totally don't understand that. I do not understand that one iota. How are you a witness for God and a watchman for God and a minister for God if you are not ministering for God? Explain that to me, please. Somebody. How are you a preacher, a deacon, an elder of the church, anything, if you are not witnessing for God? Shoot, I ain't even nothing but maybe an elder. Not even considered that by you, most of y'all. And that's well and good. That's fine. I don't need your acceptance anyway. I've got God's. But the point is, I still am out here trying to tell everybody, not just one or two, everybody about Jesus equally. Because I don't see differences in me and everybody else. When I come to you to talk to you about the Lord, I'm not looking at you like a male or a female. I'm looking at you as a person in the Lord, a spirit in the Lord. I'm not looking at your color. You know, I have to consider certain things, though. Your beliefs. There's something we have to consider when we talk to each other. Like people from other nations, there's a language barrier between us and them somewhat. And you can't be ready to cut off somebody's head just because they might misspeak something all the time. Because they could be somebody from a foreign nation that particular word they're using means the same thing some of our other words mean. And it might cause a misunderstanding there. So it pays to just ask why a person says a certain thing a certain way before you just jump the gun and whop their head off thinking they're a demon. Let's find out. Let's get to know people a little bit. Don't hate people without a cause. Don't hate people. Hate demons, not people. There's a great difference. People can be saved, demons can't. Now, kind of lost my train of thought for a second. But, anyways, back to the point at hand. The original point of this was see God. And I got way off of that, I think. Well, maybe not so far, actually. You think your head's full of air, people? Well, look. Here I am, just bull. But I'm bull for the Lord. So it's all good. You know, He allows these things to happen sometimes on purpose for people to see that we're not infallible. We can still we're not the perfected one. He is. But through and by the Holy Ghost, we have access to all that He is, to His power. But you have to believe. You have to, and to believe something is just to know it. See, I've had things throughout my life that I just knew were going to happen. And I told it. And I spoke it. And I knew it was going to happen. And it did. Numerous things. And I hit this thing. And when I hit those things, and it's that I know are going to happen, and then I hit a wall with them, I hit one. And it kind of spun me around because I wasn't expecting it. But I just said, fine, I'm just going to set it down right here because I know what God told me about this, and I'm going to go my way. And when God is ready, he'll finish it out. When God is ready. I didn't give it up. I know what God said. I didn't quit it. I just set it down where the Lord told me to, and I just walked away from it to go do other things for the Lord. I still believe what God has told me. Everything God has told me will come to pass. That I believe. Everything that God has told me will come to pass. And anything else that was trickery or witch deceit, no, that won't come to pass. But everything that God told me will come to pass. And I just, I leave it in His hands. I trust to His will. And I know that which that He has ordained, He is going to do. And people say things in their mind. What if this is not this way? Or what if this don't work out that way? Or what if this don't do this? Well, what if there was no what ifs and you couldn't ask what if? What about that? What if? What if you just trust Jesus? There's a what if for you. So what? Everything's not always going to go perfectly as you have it planned out in your little mind. It's not. Nope. Because the devil wants to knock God's people off track. It's not always going to work out the way that you think it's going to work out. But if you trust God, it's always going to work out. That's a fact. If you believe God for something, then that's going to happen. Why? Because He has to honor your faith. Now, if it's not something that goes against His word, what's the deal? What's the problem? Why are you worried about it? Why are you even doubting it? Well, I don't know. I'm not the smartest person in the world. Well, neither am I, but I'm still giving God what I got. That don't mean He ain't gonna bless me. Well, maybe I'm not the most attractive. Well, hello, Dolly. Honey, if I was waiting on that, I'd be in trouble. It's a good thing God don't bless me based on my looks. It's a good thing God don't bless me based... You know what? God don't bless us based on our brains, our looks, and surely not our attitudes, because some of us have sulky attitudes. Trust me, I'm one of them. I have a terrible attitude sometimes. I get mad at people and I just went, bam, I'll headbutt you back. I certainly will, son. I'll headbutt you back. I ain't afraid to do her. No, I'm not a brawler, but you're going to headbutt me. I'm going to give it back. I'm going to say, here, remember this, whack. Because that's what you did to me. You need to wake up. Quit doing that to people, because that's not nice. But here's the thing. God gives us things based on His love for us. Not because you're smart or because I'm smart. It's a good thing because I'm not smart. I just know Jesus. That's all you got to know is Jesus. Be faithful to Him, true to Him, and abide in His word, and let His word abide in you. It actually has to abide in you, though. You have to be living it, not just professing it. You have to. Oh, let's see. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And I speak about Jesus all the time, because that is what is abundantly in my heart. And my faith is so totally, solely in Him. I mean, I asked for some of the craziest little things there was. Perfectly clipped snowflakes. That was a joke. It was goofy, but the Lord thought it would be funny. So the Lord performed it. The Lord's got a sense of humor. He has to have. It's Halloween 24/7. For some of y'all, you never take your masks off. Lord, if you took that off, what would it be underneath? Keep it on. Keep it on. I'm kidding. Relax. And no, I don't celebrate Halloween. It was a joke. I don't believe in that paganistic stuff anymore. The Lord has delivered me. But, it was hard giving up all the traditions of man I'd been taught my entire life. But it's not impossible. When you love God, you will find a way to read His word, to live His word, to do the impossible. Because with God, all things are possible. Moving mountains and having perfectly clipped snowflakes. Snowfall. Nothing's too silly for God. Remember that. If you love Him, just trust Him. If He made you a promise, He'll keep it. God is love. He loves us. He blesses us based on that love. Not our salvation is based on faith. Our works only get us rewards. See you in the next part.